Hey guys, Stevie B here. So I've put off doing any kind of video on the topic of AI for quite some time, I guess, and I know probably some of you are rolling your eyes a bit here and probably thinking, oh God, like not another AI video. And it's true. It's kind of like the last thing that I want to talk about and think about. And to be honest, I don't think we're headed in the right direction with all of it. A lot of people have been asking about my thoughts on it, so I guess I'll share it here with you guys and just tell you how I feel about it. I'm not anti-AI or anything. In fact, I think in a lot of ways it is clearly something that is going to help us be more productive, so that's cool. I had a chance to mess around with Udio, whatever, this last weekend. I had already heard some of the demos. I like the Broadway musical about Dune, which went viral. And I thought to myself, wow, like, are you serious? This actually sounds really good. And I had a laugh when I was using it because I wrote some really hilariously inappropriate and funny personalized songs about some of my good friends, and I sent it to them, and a couple of them were like really shocked, like they didn't even know it was AI, and they were like, "Who is this?" And I was like, the fact that you didn't even know that this was AI raises some interesting concerns, and also just kind of realizing that we're all, like, us music producers are kind of like living in a bubble here to some extent. And there's a lot of people who don't even know what's going on and are just sort of waking up to this new AI reality. So personally, I thought that the Suno was interesting when I first heard it, but like overall I was kind of like meh. Having tried Udio, it just raised so many questions right away and red flags. First of all, the big question that everyone is asking is like, what was the training data here and why is that not being publicly disclosed? I think we can all agree that, training a generative AI model on copyright protected material without permission is a flagrant violation of copyright law. And I mean, maybe that's not happening. Maybe they have the licenses. But if that's the case, then like, why not disclose that publicly? It's very sus. Quite frankly, it kind of incenses me to think that could be happening. It's really offensive. It's very troubling. And I mean, I don't know if it's happening, but I'll just say this. Like, when I put in my own prompts for one of the songs to be in the style of a folky female singer-songwriter, it came out sounding like exactly like Joni Mitchell. It was a little too close for comfort. It was weird. The other big question is, of course, like, how is this technology going to impact artists, music producers, film composers, basically anyone who uses a computer these days, and the production music landscape? No easy answers there, and it's obviously really difficult to predict the future. But I think it's, let's be totally honest here. It's safe to assume that in the short term, AI is probably going to gobble up the low-hanging fruit in the stock music space very quickly. I'm actually kind of surprised that like Pond5 and Envato haven't released their AI models yet. Like, I thought it would happen sooner. I'm sure they're scrambling to get it out there. And yeah, I mean, when it does come out, you can rest assured that it'll be able to crank out the simplistic corporate happy clappy tracks like it's going out of style. And apparently they're still in style because I hear them all the time still in advertisements. And who knows, maybe it'll be able to do a whole lot more than that too. So as for sync music, like TV production, sync libraries, I'm very curious to see how that all plays out. There's a lot of sync music that is also very easy to create. Like, take dramedy and tension tracks, for example. AI is already at a level where it could create those kinds of cues very easily, I suspect. But I think that production libraries are going to err on the side of extreme caution when it comes to copyright. We already know that many production libraries are opposed to, even something like royalty-free loops and samples from Splice, right? So given that AI is steeped in this very murky legal area at the moment, it's really anyone's best guess as to how that's going to play out for like the TV production sync game. I've been following some of Jesse from Sync My Music's videos on that subject, just kind of hearing his thoughts about it. And yeah, I'd be curious to know what you guys think about that specifically. Feel free to let me know in the comments. As for when AI is going to catch up to the level of music production that's required to pass the quality bar at Artlist, I really don't know. I mean, am I worried about it? Sure, yeah, I'm definitely concerned. Is it affecting anything currently? No, not at all. It's business as usual here. Artlist is still sending me tons of work. I'm sending, lots of music to my sync agent as well. I'm getting lots of placements. My streaming numbers are up above like 50,000 monthly listeners right now. It's actually great. Things are really good. I think I'm always kind of worried about things in general. Like I'm just an anxious person by default. But yeah, some part of me can't help but feel like there's this maybe this is like the eerie quiet before the storm, and there's like a tidal wave of chaos that's about to come my way. But that being said, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've always embraced change, and I'm willing to just go with the flow and see where the wind takes me. It's nice to be reminded that you can't be complacent about anything. All these nice things that I've worked so hard for, like I'm not entitled to any of it. I got to fight to keep it. So anyways, I didn't want to do like a really long drawn out video about this subject. I have a lot of thoughts about AI and its implications. I don't really have any profound insights into any of it, but there is something that I do want to share with you, something that's been on my mind as of late. I spent so many years hustling to try and make it as a performing artist, whether that was touring with other bands or my own band, and just lots of hours spent on the road and trying to get people to care about like the next single or album that I was releasing. And that, it really burnt me out, which is why when COVID hit and all of a sudden everything went online, I started realizing it was a great opportunity to just kind of dig into music production. And I started making like a full-time living from production music and just custom work. And I was all for it. Of course, I needed a break from hustling and like doing live music. And I've been really happy, for the last 4, almost 5 years. It's been great. Writing production music, because it has this utility aspect built into it, it's also made me feel like my skills have a purpose, and like people using my music in their videos and advertisements has been really amazing to see. Like I can't even tell you how many times I've opened up Instagram in the last year and just been served an ad for some random product, and my own music is playing in the background. Like that's so cool. I do lately feel more compelled to revisit the old artist path. I feel like I've kind of neglected that endeavor. I've been performing more as of late, actually, and I never thought that I would say this, but I kind of miss that grind. It's been really reinvigorating, and maybe I just needed a long break from it. I sometimes wonder if I made more content about that side of my life, would it translate well on this channel? I don't know. A lot of you guys are here because of our shared interest in music production. So there's always that annoying pressure to appease the YouTube algorithm gods and talk about that one thing and one thing only. I just feel like with everything going on with AI, it's made me kind of re-examine what it is to be an artist, to be a human. I don't think humans will ever stop being interested in other humans creating things, and likely I think that like live music probably, and like real experiences, human connection, authenticity, these kinds of things are going to become more valuable commodities in the age of fake everything and carbon copy generic AI art. But then again, maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe these are just the ramblings of a middle-aged dude. I don't know. I'm just as confused as everyone else about what to make of all of it. And I'm just here to share my thoughts and be open. And I guess I'll just keep writing music and hustling till the wheels come off. That's my plan. So that's my rant. Feel free to share your rant below. And it's always good to hear from you guys. And I'm wishing you all well. Happy composing. See you next time.